Welcome back to the Little Growth Podcast. I'm your host, Damson. Now, before we dive in, I want us to start by asking ourselves a question that might sting a little bit. Ready? Now, the question I want to ask you is, if your life was a movie, would you even be the main character? Most of us are supporting character number 3. We're busy building someone else's dream, saying yes to the things that we hate, and we are always apologizing for simply existing. We think that choosing ourselves is quote-unquote selfish. But today, in this episode, I'm going to show you why it is actually the only way to be useful to anyone else. Choosing yourself is not about being a jerk. It's not about being the bad person. No. It is about becoming whole. Because if you always arrive at everything being a half version of you, you are a gift that nobody wants. Today, we're also going to break down the science of the no, the power of being your own best friend, and how to burn down the prison of what people think of you. So, let's get into the how. How do you start choosing yourself when you are used to being a people pleaser? It starts with 2 simple words. I don't. Now, there was a famous study in the Journal of Consumer Research. Researchers looked at how people resist temptation. So, they split people into 2 groups. Now, group A had to say, I can't do something. Like, I can't eat a cookie. Then, group B was told, I don't do it. They had to say that. They had to say, I don't do it. Now, the result that came out of this study showed that I don't group was nearly twice as successful. But most of you people are asking yourself, why? Why did the I can't not seem as convincing or not seem as resisting as the I don't? It was because I can't sounds like you're a child that's being punished by a teacher. Like you're being forced to say no. Like it is a crime to refuse to do something. It obviously sounds weak. But I don't is a statement of identity. It is a boundary that you have set for yourself. When you choose yourself, you move from being a victim of your schedule to being the boss of your life. As author James Altucher says in his book of The Power of No, he says this: every time you say yes to something you don't want to do, your energy plummets and you get a slower, dumber version of yourself. So, don't be slow, dumb Kevin. Be I don't do that Kevin. So, what's one thing you're doing right now just because you're afraid to say no? Is it that extra project? Is it that toxic group chat? So together, I want us to say it out loud right now. I don't do that. How does that feel? It feels like a weight has been lifted off of your shoulder. It feels like you are setting an identity for yourself. Now, let us talk about the villain phase. The fact of the matter is, when you start choosing yourself, some people who are used to walking over you will call you different. They'll call you difficult. Many of us think that being hard on ourselves, bullying ourselves, is how we grow. But a study from Dr. Kristin Neff, a top researcher at the University of Texas, proved the exact opposite. What did she say? Her studies show that people who practice self-compassion are actually more motivated and successful than people who beat themselves up. So here's the science. When you criticize yourself, your brain's threat center, which is the amygdala, shuts down your ability to learn. But when you are kind to yourself, when you choose your own peace, your brain stays open to new ideas. It's the classic quote-unquote oxygen mask rule. If the plane is going down, you put your mask on first. And if you're passing out from lack of air, you're not going to save anyone. Choosing yourself is just making sure you have enough air to help the person next to you. Now, one of the sharpest thinkers out there, called Naval Ravikant, says, self-image is a prison. Think about the energy that you waste trying to look perfect for your family, trying to look perfect for your boss, trying to look perfect for your social media. You are a prisoner to a version of yourself that does not even exist. Now, choosing yourself means burning that prison down. And when you burn that prison, it feels quiet. It feels firm. It's the realization that you are the only person you are guaranteed to be with every second of your life. So, if you know that you're guaranteed of being with yourself every second of your life, you might as well start liking the person that you are stuck with. If you wouldn't let a friend talk to you the way you talk to yourself, why are you still doing it? And to support this, there's a quote by the late Jesse Onfray, and he said, being alone only makes you realize that the only person you have got is yourself. I feel like that gives you more clarity on making sure that in this life that you're living, there are points in your lifetime you are going to be by yourself. So, if you are being by yourself most of the time, choosing yourself is actually better because now you become more comfortable with the person that you are than having to roll over for every single person that might not even be adding value to you. And as we wrap up this episode, choosing yourself is freedom. But freedom is not free. It costs you the approval of people who don't matter anyway. So, that's what I have for you from this episode today. And I want to see you take a little growth step right now. So the challenge that I have for you today is to find the one thing that you have always been doing out of guilt. And I want you to use the I don't rule. It's simple. I don't stay in conversations that drain me. Tell your boss, I don't walk through my lunch break. Now, take a screenshot of this podcast right now and post it to your Instagram story and finish this sentence. Choosing myself today looks like dash. And tag me in it, littlegrowth.20. Actually, I think it's little.growth20. Little.growth20. And I want to see your boundaries. And I'm going to reshare my favorites so we can show the world that little growth starts with a big no to the things that don't serve us. Stop being a guest in your own life. Start being the owner. I'm Damson, and this has been the Little Growth Podcast. Choose yourself, and I'll see you in the next one.